You ever walk by a dumpster and see all the trash we leave behind as humans, and you're like, man, we should all just euthanize ourselves. If only there was a church, of euthanization where we could go do that or something. Anyway, this is Jump and Shoot. Don't read into that. This is Jump and Shoot, playing a stupid game for stupid people. And I am mildly concerned about the world in the past week. It seems like people on the general political left and is losing the battle for fucking equality and rights and all of this shit that's kind of like necessary. And the police want to see me, and probably because of my the stuff on my hard drive. But yeah, starting with abortion. The Roe v. Wade ruling was like, I don't know how this happened. The Supreme Court like looked at it again and was like, actually, we're gonna overturn this. And then all the states that were already anti-abortion were like, oh, awesome, thanks for doing that, the political system works. And what that means, as far as I know, is that states that were already anti-abortion are now doubling down on their doubling down on creating new laws to make it hard for women to get abortions in those states, which is kind of fucked up. They're trying to make abortions a felony, or just crimes in general, and they want to close down Planned Parenthood clinics or severely reduce the amount of them in the state, and then prevent women from having options to do it, like deregulating. I don't know if this is the right word. Pretty much preventing stuff like Plan B and Aftera from being sold in those states. It's just like, well, it's a crime now. You better start using the hanger, which is more unsafe. They're reducing their options so that women would, for whatever reason, needing an abortion, are kind of forced to have it because of the pro-life agenda. And they don't fucking know what's going on with these women. There's so many things. And the thing is, like, with pro-choice is, if the person conceiving is like, oh, I can't kill a baby even though I was raped or whatever, that's wrong. They can still have the baby, but it shouldn't be mandatory for everybody else. That's what the fucked up thing is, in my opinion. And normally I don't know, I guess I care about this kind of a lot, because it's putting women in a position to do the unsafe things. Like, they have to, they're probably going to travel out of state, but they're trying to put a ban on that too. Like, you can't leave the state to go get an abortion where it's legal there. And or you can't like order medication that you need, or Plan B, or they're trying to prevent birth control stuff. They're trying to get rid of that. Like, you know what? It was your fault. You have to have this, or else you're a murderer. You have to have this child and put into a world where it's not prepared to have it. And probably in a state where adoption rates are low. So it's just going to increase teen pregnancy, just going to increase like bastard children, just increase the amount of people in the world with like nothing. it's so stupid. And I remember the exact moment I became pro-choice. This was all the way back in my first like years or two. Anyway, video game stuff is happening, but this is my first year or two of community college, and Irvine Valley College in Irvine. Shocker. I made friends with a dude, and I got to know all the people from like the IVC gaming crowd. They're not all like this. It was just this dude, and I was not alone in calling this dude out, because we all friended each other on Facebook. We all knew each other on Facebook, and then he posted this link to this petition to stop. I don't even know what it was. It was just it wanted to end abortion in California, or probably institute some policy that would make it hard for women to do that. And this guy was like, "Come on, guys, sign the petition. Let's end abortion, yeah!" And then I watched other people argue with him, and then I took like 5 minutes to think about why mandatory births is wrong. And I was like, okay, well, what if the woman is raped? Okay, well, now she has to have the baby. What if the woman was pressured into sex without a condom? What if she wanted to do sex without a condom, and now she's facing the consequences of that? What if there's so many what if scenarios that just make it sound wrong for someone to be forced to give birth, or to go to the full conception stage? Alright, I have to go to WBD Studios. That's like very far. Or like, what if she wants to get an abortion, but what the fuck? Or like, what if the woman wants to get an abortion, but she's being barred from doing so from her family? It's like, oh no, you can't do that. You have to have this child, or else you're a murderer. Or, you know, it's your fault, even though you were raped. So now you have to have this baby. It's like, or else you're a murderer. Because in their eyes, the guy used the same language too. Like, in their eyes, that they see the absolute of abortion as like killing a baby, but it's like it could be as simple as like using an eyedropper in their vagina and just like getting the egg out that way, or whatever the fuck. It's like not as graphic as they told themselves it was. You know, it can be as simple as like a reverse injection. I don't know what you call those. Like, I need to get to space. But they're imagining like a half-born fetus just being ripped out of the womb, still alive. It's like, that's not what it is. They put themselves in their mind. They put this thing in their mind that doesn't even happen. It's like, oh no, I saw footage of it, man. The fetus was like trying to push the hanger away. The whatever the tool they used, it was trying to fight for its life. Like, oh my god, that's fucking propaganda they told you to get you to be anti-abortion. Like, ugh. And this guy believed it. So yeah, everyone in this comment chain was like, dude, this is really fucked up. And a lot of people right then and there said, I have to cut ties with you because of that. Oh, this is a big boy. But yeah, this happened in my community college, and I kind of had to cut ties with that guy too. I don't remember where he went after that or who he talked to. I just remember that we all said our thing and like dropped him. But and it's not like I was influenced by anything, because this was much before I even cared about politics, like conservative versus progressive, or traditionalism versus like that kind of stuff. I did not give a shit about politics. I was literally in a vacuum. Oh shit. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is wrong. I had like, I had no prior, like, I wasn't even raised with a certain political leaning way. I was just like, this is wrong because it's all the shit involved with the lawmaking of anti-abortion stuff. Like, this is textbook definition oppression. Like, they claim as, oh, we just care about the life of the unborn fetus. It's like, okay, what about the life of the fucking woman giving birth? You're reducing her rights. What the fuck is your problem? I'm just gonna go through Echo Ridge. I don't think there's a shortcut, as far as I know, to the place with the people and the things. And yeah, it's fucked up to me. Like, starting with making abortion a felony and a crime, and then reducing the ways that they can get an abortion the safe way, the government regulated way, reducing the ways they can get a hold of, like, the medication they need, like Plan B, and then preventing them from going out of state to go do this thing you made illegal. Like, dude, come on. Don't even start with that shit. And you know what? The same guy from my old college was like, well, if they don't want to be a parent, they could put it up for adoption. It's like, well, if for whatever circumstance they had to not to need to have to go through an abortion, they shouldn't have to go through with the birth or anyway. You know, we know what happens to a woman's body after she gives birth. Like, she starts getting weight changes. Like, things start happening to her body, and like, they deserve a way out. Where do I have to go? Wait, oh my god! I restarted to save, and then I didn't go do the thing. Fuck's sake. And then I saved out here. I just tried to restart the game, and now I have to go back the long way. Okay, now we are back on track. I'm here now that I am supposed to be, and I'm gonna save. But yeah, the guy is saying he wanted, he's saying like, well, they could just put it up for adoption, right? So, speaking of that, pro-life groups that are telling women to just put it up for adoption in quotations. What do I have to go in here? They're rather cool at the event stage. Oh shit. They will tell women to just have the baby or conceive and just put it up for adoption and like increase the orphan rate or the foster rate, the foster child like rate. Like it's just inflating the amount of people in the world when there doesn't need to be this. Like, if you just let them have the way out the first time, you know, there wouldn't be so many fucking people when there doesn't need to be. The idea that like all life is precious except for the woman giving birth, she's not important at all. The only thing important is what's inside her now. It's like, dude, that's fucked up. Joker! Where are they? Joker, where are they? Where's Patty and Selma? I need their Pete pictures now! I said the Pete pictures. What do you think that means? ... Where? Why can't I fly? Oh, he's sucking up the crimson. And I saw a Twitter video that it was like a video of a news spot in some other state where they were protesting abortion. They had a booth there that was like, choose adoption.
And how many children have you adopted?
Not able to adopt. I'd love to adopt. We weren't able to adopt.
And how many children have you adopted?
None. We just, this I have two of my own. Yeah.
And how many children have you adopted?
None.
And how many children have you adopted?
I have two of my own.
And- But so you've adopted?
I have two of my own.
But you haven't adopted it. Okay. The message.
You're telling women to adopt, and none of you have adopted yourselves. Fuck you. I can't believe this shit they're trying to peddle to people. I've simply called Acid to me, and now he is responding to my call. What? Shooting star? You're making this shit up right now. You knew? Oh, since we are linked together, it'd be impossible for me not to know. Stop this joker. Why did you say his... Oh, that's his name. Acid will die. I have no problem with that. Behold, my red hand dipped in berry juice. The noise level has reached 200. Finalize. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Oh, he turned into Evil Ace. What? I mean, isn't Ace in his form changed or whatever? So is he just evil now too? Oh, now he's gone super rogue. But yes, the supreme hypocrisy of having a booth labeled choose adoption and none of you have adopted. And you're telling women to adopt when your state's adoption rate is also fucking low as shit. Just why? What's the point of that? Ugh. Yeah, so that's about it. I kind of care about this. You know, it's not fucking fair to women to be forced to go through this shit. Like, they don't know. People that are pro-life don't know the story of women in that situation. They're just like, well, I guess you got pregnant because you're a slut and you keep having sex all the time. It's like, okay, well, I guess they weren't pressured into... You know, there's actually fathers who are, or parents rather, who are mad that their daughters get raped at them and are pregnant with something. It's just, there's no empathy, there's no sympathy, there's just like... I remember that movie Voiceless that I saw a Cinema Snob cover where like it was about, they portrayed the Planned Parenthood clinic like it's this like Legion of Doom supervillain bullshit, or they enjoy giving abortions so much they like, it's like the line used in the movie was, we love abortion. It's like our burger and fries. It's just a product we sell. Like, fuck off. Ugh. And it's super ironic. Oh. That, whoa. I didn't remember if I saved or not. I can put a block here. It's super ironic that, wait, why is it ironic? Aha! Ah, it hit me anyway. Oh, God! Oh, I can't hit this guy. Is this like... This is another scripted loss. So I'm just prolonging the inevitable. Oh, I had to survive the shit. It's ironic in the movie Voiceless that there is a pregnant woman character who literally has no lines. Other than her like boyfriend or husband or whatever saying how wrong it is for any woman to abort, and the pregnant woman has 0 lines. We don't know if she was forced in that situation by her abusive, like, man of the house fucking husband, alpha male dude, or like just we don't know her story, and she's literally has no voice in the movie. So whoever fucking made this movie has an agenda to push. It's so stupid. But yeah, it's just, I thought that video was funny. Really? You're telling women to choose adoption and none of you have adopted yourselves? Fuck off. So all I can do is, I don't even know what I can do. I am pro-choice. I believe that, like, women should not be forced into those situations. What happened? Oh, my controller stopped working. Oh, that was weird. So yeah. I'm surprised that even he made it back here alive. And then other shit that's been going on in the world. I've been watching I kind of knew that there were anti-trans laws being made and being discussed in other states. But I watched Jim Sterling's video on how companies, or game companies, like, take a stance, or not even take a stance, but like will choose to be quiet during this stuff, or like take both sides or take no sides, and just not go with the one that is the right one. And yeah, I'm finding out that, like, there's states that are trying to pretty much make life hell for trans people and, like, anyone in the LGBT groups. Like, Florida has Don't Say Gay. I heard Idaho and mostly the states in the central to east part of America are trying to make laws that pretty much limit, they just limit the rights of trans people. Like, oh yeah, if you're a parent of a trans child and you financially support them, then they want to make that a felony. If you identify publicly as any of the groups, that's a felony. If you want to pretty much exist as a trans person, that's a felony. Ugh. And really telling parents to stop supporting their kids after they transition, or if they fucking come out or whatever, that's fucked up. And the worst headline I read was there's this one that's GOP Senator introduces bill that could require genital exams for girls competing in high school sports. And you know, quick tangent, I heard that in Ohio they were trying to pass a bill that to prevent trans people from competing in the gender of the one that they identify with. Like, trans men can't play with the boys. Trans women can't play with the girls because they have an unfair advantage. Do you know, there's a South Park episode I recently heard about that covers this, and it goes the full extreme. Like, oh yeah, trans women just wanting to compete in the women's sports are just jacked dudes with, like, huge bulges and, like, ripped pecs, and they're just trying to beat up women. It's like, that was the same argument with the bathroom thing. Trans women who want to use the bathroom they identify with are just in there to bother women. Like, never mind the fact that they identify with this and they go through all the medication they need to transition, physically change their body to reduce this imaginary advantage they have over fucking cis women. It's not fucking fair. Ugh. And, like, what? So are you saying trans men have a disadvantage by playing with the cis men because their bodies are weak? Weak women should just play with the other weak women? Fuck off. That bothers me. But back to this thing. So what's going on? Today was a pretty rough day. Let's go home and rest. I agree. I wish there was a bus here. The conservative people and the right are always, when they damnify something, they're always saying like, "Oh, think of the children. What about the children? We need to respect them and make sure they grow up into what we want them to be." They're always saying like, "Oh, this kid's cartoon can't have a trans character because that's..." I don't know what they think it is. It's like nothing really. Like, oh, it's corrupting their minds, or like we can't have gay pride parades because the children there, you know? Think about the children. But this senator, I don't know where the state is. This article was 2 years ago. But forget about protecting kids. You literally want to look at their fucking genitals, invading their privacy, so to make sure that trans girls can't compete in the sport. You know, there's always some plan against trans women in sports. They never say anything about the trans men who want to compete in their sport. Like, I feel like trans women are getting the worst, the rawest one, because it's about, they're looking at it as just a man trying to become a woman, instead of like the full on transitioning, the legitimate way, or the what do you call it? There was, I don't know what I'm saying here, but you never hear that like trans men can't do anything in their respective thing. Like, but the general exam is just so gross. Oh, like, God. Yeah, all of this, the thing they say about protecting women is just a distraction. They want to oppress the group. The best way to do that is prevent them from competing in the sport they want to compete in like the gender they do. Like, oh my God. And you know, I haven't heard from... How do we get to my room? Oh wait, no, I don't want to tell you anything. What about my purpose? Be happy together with my family. I don't remember that being... Oh, that's her purpose. I just got a call from Mr. Shapar. He said that you had left at school early today. I like how the tension music is playing. You explain yourself. Where have you been? And what have you been doing all this time? This isn't good. What am I supposed to tell her? And the prom tomorrow. Did I really make a man? That I was out helping the police? Instead of out of control wizards? No way, I'll never work. Yeah, about that. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. How am I going to find Fudge? How am I gonna... I would rather he have said find. How am I gonna find my way out of this one? I'm almost better off telling the truth. Dang, kid, when are you gonna stop being such a wuss? Dado question mark? Mega? I'm sorry, Hope. It's all my fault. What? Noise. All of a sudden, noise got the school and it was really terrible. I couldn't stand it, so I asked Gio to do something. So you cut school? That's why Gio took me someplace somewhere with the noise would be so bad. Really, Gio was just looking out for me. If you say so, I'm going to skip this cutscene. And I can't. I just had to get him out of the classroom and away from that noise. Dot dot dot. So let me get this straight. You did this to help Mega. Okay, that's what happened. I can't really be angry with you. After all, Mega is your friend. Oh, that was a close one. See, I told you if you loved it to me, everything would be okay. But in any case, the teacher wanted to say sorry. Go to your room. Go to your room. Okay, Mom. Okay. Call it. Yeah, I'm gonna save the game. Yeah, but yeah, just again, let's go over the things I heard about. They want to ban them from the sport they play in. They want to ban parents from supporting their kids. They want to ban being openly about your. They want to ban being open about your representation. In Florida, they want to ban. They want to do that "don't say gay" shit. They want to prevent like kids from identifying it, or not even kids. Like people figure themselves out later in life. They're like, don't even do that. Don't even be an adult and transition or identify or anything. Just don't even say it. And I saw that video of a guy who was graduating in Florida, and he had to use the curly hair metaphor because he wasn't allowed to say he was coming out, or else they would like cut his mic and like cut his speech. So he's just like, well, when I'm accepting the fact that I have curly hair. And I was getting ridiculed for having curly hair, but I was born this way. My parents accept me for who I am with curly hair. It was just a big fat metaphor. This is what he had to do. He couldn't just fucking say the truth. He had to cover it up with some bullshit. It's not fucking cool. All of that shit is textbook oppression. How do we reduce the rights of this group? Oh, let's make it hard for them to fucking exist. It seems like dealer uses noise wave to travel between places. If you went and talked to the denizens of the noise waves, you're able to track that child. Who am I trying to find? Joker? Joker's not a child. He's a fucking man. That guy? Tracking him should lead you to dealer's base. So you're telling us to go mine for data. That's right, Miggers. You don't like that. In fact, I had to barf. You are such a smart little guy, aren't you? Bah, you have to be pretty dumb to not understand what you meant. That reminds me, we have that crime rate investigation, so I think it's called WRI, Wave Road Investigation. Okay, Mega seemed to be really into it. You know, the thing about space aliens is that they're always trying to watch true crime. And that means that they like seeing themselves in these situations and going, I would never do that. I wouldn't die. I would be better than that. And they like to feel better than the person who died. Entrances to the noise waves are in the real world, so make sure to check out all the suspicious places. Sure. What did you say? The final place would have to be W Studios? Alright. Go to school in Spica Mall. Well, school's here, so I'm just gonna go here. And most sadly, there were 2 mass shootings like within 2 weeks of each other. Maybe even a week. There was the shooting in Buffalo, New York? Buffalo, New York. That was definitely what do you call it? Racially charged. There was some. What did he do? He went into a barber shop and just shot up a bunch of people. Was that what the one was? A Korean-owned barber shop or nail salon or something? And he just shot it up. The problem is they all blend together. All these stories blend together, and these are all just people that have died because some asshole said he went to go buy a gun and said, "I'm just gonna go shoot people," and it was fucking easy, like breaking a toothpick, as Mr. Incredible would say. He looked at Mirage and said, "It'll be easy, like buying a gun in Texas." Oh, it's so sad. What am I doing? Alright. Where have I seen noise? Here in the school. On the roof? I'm pretty sure on the roof. Oh no, in the classroom, for sure. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. And then after that, there was another one in Texas at a school. Some like 19-year-old with a fucking game plan wouldn't. I'm reading several articles about this. There was a door that was left open. This guy was just an opportunist, I guess, and he was like, "Oh, I have a gun, and there's an open school right here." Put 2 and 2 together. People laugh. We don't. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, come on. No. Let me out! Ah! Oh, Lord. Yeah, and, he had, like, a long moment in the classroom with whatever he had. I don't know what kind of gun he had. And he's just killed these kids. And a few adults, teachers in there. It's so fucking sad. Does this go forward? No. And I'm like, how many times does this need to happen? In states with terrible gun regulation, for them to go like, okay, maybe we need to limit who has a gun and why. But the main problem with that is owning a gun in this country is a right, and even the most twisted, violent psychopath has the right to own a gun. It's like, it's so easy. I don't know if this has changed, but I saw another news spot where a person was going to Texas to learn about the gun laws there, and they were talking to, this is Daily Show, I don't know if this is like real journalism, it's like satirical journalism, but he still got some information that was useful to me. There was a college student there who was fighting against the current gun regulation laws and that it needs to be harder, and she was saying, I want more freedom. Yeah, she said, I want more freedom. Wait, was that a different noise hole? No, that's the same one. But, she was saying that it takes 4 hours to get a gun license. You could do that in a part-time shift. And you can get trained and get the license in a part-time shift amount of time, which is stupid. Like, we don't know what this person will do with this. Like, are they just gonna collect it, or are they gonna use it on something? Are they gonna use it on someone? Did people just get a gun license to, you know, there is the I want a gun for protection and have it safely hidden in my house, with along with my angsty teen who hates the world and knows where my gun is. There's that aspect. So I kind of get like, oh, I want something to protect my house from burglars or something. But then there's also the group that's like, oh, I want this just to have it because it's my right as an American. Also, just in case the Japs come by, and communists, and all these imaginary fucking things that don't exist come by and take over America, I want my guns around here. Like, you know, the doomsday prepper types. And then there's also the group that's like, well, we don't tie violence to guns, so it doesn't tell me what it is. It's just, I like my Virgo stance, or whatever this is. There's nothing in here. Except nothing. There's also the people who like guns for recreational question mark purposes. And they're saying guns get a bad rap, and they just want people to see that like guns can be fun and all this shit. Like there's many different groups here that are trying to like keep the status quo for guns. And in my opinion, civilians don't fucking need them. Unless you're a cop, or in the military, or in the army, or in the navy, or fucking any of that shit. Like, those are the only times you need a gun. And, I think the problem is... Oh, there's a noise guy there. Problem is... People with violent tendencies can get a gun at any time and say they're doing it for something else. Like, I'm pretty sure there was an old guy. I think it was another black church shooting. It was a long time ago, and the guy said, I think the shopkeeper... I wish I had a source on this. Like, I shouldn't be fucking saying this shit, but but it's in my mind, otherwise I don't make this shit up. But, the shopkeeper was questioned, and he said... Because they traced the purchase to this store where he bought the gun. And the shopkeeper was like, oh, he said he was going hunting. And immediately after he purchased that, he shot up the church. And then there was another black church shooting where the guy said he wanted to start a race war. It's just, like, it's too easy for these guys. Oh, it didn't work. Hey. God damn it. This guy is just shooting all my shit. I can't do anything. Okay. And as soon as there's talk about like gun regulation, and all the gun-toting people are like, they're trying to take away my guns. No, the NRA is the way to be. Out of control. Now that you mention it, and I don't know what the NRA is doing. Like, do they see a direct correlation between violent people and guns and mass murder? Because I do. What they're saying is like, oh, it's not like guns' fault that people have mental problems and buy guns and all that shit. And that's when they say, oh, we need to look into mental health more, because they believe that people can get well and be able to purchase firearms, when I don't think that's true. And I already said it a long time ago, like, they want to make sure... So now I go to the mall. They want to make sure that, I don't know, they think that people can be saved so that they can own a gun without shooting people. And, you know, I'm also hearing, they want to... This state was discussing, like, maybe heightened security for schools to prevent this from happening. It's like, dude, there's a way you can prevent this from happening. It's regulate guns and increase gun control in our country. Or like, what they're saying is, oh yeah, why don't we arm the students, or arm the teachers and the staff so that they can take care of it, But like you're asking a teacher who went to school to learn how to teach, graduate, and go teach kids, and also learn how to fucking shoot somebody, just in case, because it's such a problem in this country that they need to have that as additional curriculum. It's so stupid. And you know something, I was thinking that there could be some sort of compromise between the groups that want gun control and the groups that don't want gun control. I think I was watching Bill Burr's podcast again, unfortunately, and he was making a joke, but he was proposing that there should be extensive gun training, kind of like how a pilot trains for a gun, or I mean trains for a plane, and because I know, you know for a fact that like I just said, in Texas you can get a gun license like in 4 hours. You cannot get a plane. You cannot get a pilot's license in 4 hours. So increasing the discipline needed to own and use a gun, it will probably increase the amount of time too, and you'll be able to spot if someone's a fucking psychopath or not. And and then if you can see it early on, you could just like, actually you're unqualified to purchase a gun. But yeah, the problem is that it's a right in this country. They would never tell someone that. Was this pop-up a thing? I mean, I see it. Here we go. Yeah, that we can't even get to that point where we can't tell someone they can't own a gun because they're fucking mentally unstable and have like an extensive white journal, a spiral notebook on all the ways they hate fucking black people or people of color or whatever, and what they plan to do with that information. So yeah, that's what his proposal, Bill Burr's proposal was that, okay, we make it extraneous, like getting a pilot's license. That way you can weed out the would-be psychopaths that would just get the gun license and like shoot up them all like immediately. Or I think another problem is the people that are like, oh, I just want it in my house for protection. Oh, come on, can you not block that? They do so. They have it in their house. Somebody else who knows the weapon is in their house, they just take it from their parents' bedroom or whatever, and they go do the thing. That's how some of them started. That's how some mass shootings start. They're like, I know what a gun in my dad's house is. Or they tell their friend, you wanna go use it? And they're like, whoa, dude, you're fucking epic. And then they shoot up a fucking gas station. How many establishments do I have to go through? It's happened at all of these things. A salon, a nail salon, a barbershop, gas station, grocery store, mall, a movie theater. Like, nowhere is safe. Oh, man. And here's my joke proposal. You make it long and difficult to obtain a gun. And you know what Bill Burr also said? The first gun they can ever buy, it's like a ranking system, is a hand pistol. And then I say, okay, on top of that, they can buy a hand pistol that only shoots one bullet. And if they want a reload on that, they have to go back to the store and they have to tell them what they use the bullet on. Wait, what? Oh, this dude just took my card! I see you brought a cannon card. Okay. Oh, it was just a bullshit card. Well, what is he taking? I don't... You make it like a ranking system. People with more seniority are able to buy more guns and hopefully are more stable than your average jerk who will just like buy a gun, buy a fucking AK, and it's not quite making guns illegal, it's just making them harder to obtain. That's the point. Like, people on the extreme left, which is be like, ban all guns, no more guns in this country. But the far right isn't gonna have any of that. Or people in the NRA aren't gonna have any of that. So yeah, you make people start small and work their way up to owning bigger guns. I just don't think even should be available anyway. And then hopefully reduce the amount of mass shootings because they'll have less ammo to use. It's just a gun that shoots one bullet in the case of an emergency. You might see a lot more revenge killings. That's gruesome. But it's not as gruesome as, you know, the fucking 20 children who died this week. Just saying! Wait, was that it? I didn't really look in there. But yeah, that's a proposition. I don't think it'll fly in anywhere ever, but it's a thing. You make people work their way up to owning whatever they want, I guess. But hopefully the longer they have to put themselves through like training and stuff, the more disciplined they'll be and like not. But you know what? Those people could become arms dealers. Like, hey, I trained this long. I own this many weapons. Who wants to buy it off me? I just thought of that. That wouldn't work. It could create this like weird underground of guns circulation that would be very ungood. Double ungood plus, as Big Brother would say. Oh my god! Nothing in here. Oh, I bet the last place is in the stupid candy store that you have to go all the way around to get to. I ran into a boss and I died, and I realized that this right here is an entrance. This could at least have like a big sign in front of it saying this is not part of the background. Alright, so I think there's a spot in the ice cream parlor. What is this? I guess you don't know. Alright, it's a game where you do shit. I don't know. So yeah, those are the big three things that are kind of shit right now in terms of politics. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's pretty nutbags, as Faye from the live action Cowboy Bebop would say. Yeah, it's just not. It's not very base, dare I say. Oh, is this the guy who I'm supposed to fight? He wasn't like on the field at all. Those double stones fucked me during that. I ran into the. Oh shit. Whoa! Yeah, very nice. I ran into the Pegasus boss guy, and he sure did fuck my shit up. No! Yeah, it felt good to like get all that out pretty much. I don't think my bomb is gonna be in the right spot. Hey! What the fuck? This guy blows up all your traps. Great. Also, like, since there's no... Oh my god, I'm pressing left, dude. I don't know. This guy's super fast. Great. Which is awesome. Amazing. I started talking to this noise thing, and it's about to give me a quiz. First question: what's of these colors is my favorite? Blue. Fuck. Sup? This is sup? Yeah, sup. Sup quiz. Nice. Okay. Yellow. Yeah, sup. Oh, sup, dude. Sup? That's correct. Moving on. Would you mind why? Which of these items did Sonia Shrim have stolen back from her beach? I actually don't remember. She didn't have a fur coat at the beach. Her girlish heart. I want to say an empty bag. I guess that's right. What's up? That's correct. Alright, now for the next question. How many times have I said, oh my god? 9. Tisk. Oh lord. 1. That was 1. 2. That was 2. 3. 4. That was 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. I hope he's including the time he's asking it in the. He's saying it in the question, so it should be 8.
I told you that if you get to 8, it's 8. If you jump on its back, it's every time it's 8. Not you fucking. Every time it's 8. Stupid fucking idiot.
Okay, that first question is a 50-50. Like, come on. How do you know this fucking thing's favorite color? That one's just a game memory question. And this one's just a fucking gotcha. So it's 7. Okay. Now what? Oh. I didn't have to fight anybody. Dollar? Could he mean dealer? No doubt about it, that's a clue. We sure did it, Detective Stellar. Sup? I mean, not that. Okay, anyway, we're out of here. I don't want to be in here anymore. I want to die.